Bottom of the fifth inning coming your way here from sunny Thomas More Stadium on a beautiful, fittingly blue-skied Father's Day. The Owls, wearing the baby blues, are up 4-0 thanks to a big first inning that entailed a Hank Zeisler single, a Brian Fuentes double, a Craig Massey double, a TJ Reeves home run, Stephen Hrustich single, and a Langston Ginder single. The Owls batted all 9 men in that opening frame. They've got the top of the order due up against Matt Mulhern, the starter, going into his fifth inning. He's rebounded very nicely from that first. He gave up 6 hits in the opening frame, none. Since then, he has retired the Owls in order except for an error, but he then picked off the runner. Ed Johnson leading off from the right side, Hank Zeisler, the lefty, behind him, and back to the righty with Brian Fuentes for Mulhern. Jesse Cook with you next to Rory Tedemer up here in the Y'all's press bucket. Umpiring crew, Chris Fackler behind the dish, Matt Beaver at first, and Justin Duplessis at third. First pitch to Johnson runs high and inside for ball 1. Ed Johnson is 0 for 2 in this one. He went opposite field both times, being robbed of a hit by a diving play from Jack Harrison right, and then popping out to him. 1-0, bounces off the plate. And Chris Fackler, the home plate umpire, is wearing 2 blue armbands, and Father's Day means a heck of a lot to him. He lost his dad 2 years ago, a fellow umpire, Jason Fackler, in his battle with ALS. 2-0 to Johnson, misses up high. And the Fackler Foundation has been a great proponent of helping ALS-centered charities, so he gets to honor his father and camp out in his dad's favorite position, home plate ump today. 3-0 to Johnson, a fastball at the belt for strike 1. We really could not ask for more fitting weather for a great day like this. 3-1 on the way. Johnson watches it high and inside for ball 4. He's aboard for the first time in this one.
Would it hurt to ask for a little bit more of a breeze?
We could use a breeze. The American flag beyond right center is stationary. There is no wind in this one. It is a 90-degree ball game, but it is lovely outside just to look at. Not a cloud in sight. Light blue all across the horizon. Matinee on Sunday. First pitch to the lefty Zeisler. He watches one in the dirt. Johnson threatened to steal but quickly held up. Alan Marrero behind the dish. Started something of a fire drill on the bases in the last inning. He was on second after doubling. Zade Richardson, the Y'all's catcher, tried to pick him off from across the way, the 127-foot throw, and it bounced away, and Marrero got third. Pickoff attempt at first. Johnson soars back in. Still a 1-0 count for Zeisler, a 4-0 Y'all's lead. Florence is out-hitting Lake Erie 7-3. The Y'alls are 10 games under 500. Lake Erie is 12 above. 1-0. This is high and outside. The Crushers took Game 1 and Game 2 of this weekend series, winning on Friday 3-2, winning Saturday night by a 7-5 margin. The Y'alls really came close in both games, bring the tying run to the plate. 2-0. Fastball in the front door, rather a curveball. Bends in for strike 1. Friday, you got the winning run to the plate in Sergio Gutierrez, and he was shut down by Trevor Kuntzel, the closer who almost signed with the Y'alls a couple years ago. Pickoff attempt at first. Johnson back in with a dive again. And Kuntzel came back out last night. The Y'alls tagged him for a run. And then with the winning run at the plate, Alberti Chavez on first, Sergio Gutierrez on third. Chavez tried to swipe second. He was caught stealing, and on the next pitch, Ed Johnson struck out to end the game. Came real close. Runner off for second. 2-1, misses inside. Johnson is in without a throw. Marrero bobbles it, and Ed Johnson is in scoring position. 3-1 count now for Zeisler on the stolen base. Mulhern on the first base side of the rubber comes set, glove at his letters. He kicks high and deals a 3-1. Zeisler swings and pops up a corkscrew behind third. Tracking into shallow left field is a shortstop, and Watkins has it, losing his hat in the process. That brings up Brian Fuentes. Today he's been good. 1 for 2 with that first inning double, flying out in the second. With runners in scoring position this season, he has been one of the best, batting at a .323 clip with 13 RBIs. With men on second or third, he's also knocked a couple home runs. Left side of the infield back, first base side creeping in. First pitch to the righty. Fastball at the knees for strike one. Fuentes with all white cleats stands in a closed off stance at the back of the righty box. Swerves the bat over to his shoulder, a light blue and black Y'all's team branded bat. The pitch. Another fastball at the knees. Makes it an 0-2 count for Fuentes. With 2 strikes, he's been pretty good as well, batting .239. That is tied for the second highest mark on the team in a 2-strike count, with Ed Johnson on second, and they're behind Stephen Hrustich, who's only played in 3 games. Now it's 4th. 0-2. That one bounces in the lefty box for ball 1. The Y'alls are getting the pick of the litter from colleges as the College Baseball World Series narrows its field. Stephen Hrustich, today's left fielder, coming over from the University of Michigan. Yesterday was his first game without a hit. He's been really strong. And Randy Abshire today from Hawaii. 1-2. Bounces off the dish. 2-2 count. Also, you get Reed Smith from Louisiana Tech. He earned the win back on Wednesday in his debut.
Well, we're happy that Hawaii's not in the College World Series, or else we wouldn't be seeing Randy Abshire right now.
That's true. That's true. But he was great when it came to clutch play in an elimination game, going 8 innings, allowing 1 run. Runner off for third. The pitch. Fuentes swings and taps up the middle. Johnson circles third, but holds there. Lob on to first. Not in time! Fuentes sneaks his way into an infield hit. Jared Watkins took an extra moment to look back Johnson on third, and it bites him. Brian Fuentes stays hot with runners on base. He's now 11 for 32 on the season with men in scoring position. And very few players on the team have been better than him, but Craig Massey is one of them, batting at a .346 line with runners in scoring position. He marked a 2-run double his last time up. The dad getting it done on Father's Day. First pitch to the lefty. Misses up high.
That was a good kind of hit and run there from the Y'alls. I don't know if it truly was the hit and run, but it worked out as a great jump there from Ed Johnson, and good job from Brian Fuentes just putting it on the ground.
1-0. He watches another one up high.
Generally, you want to get that hit and run opposite way, towards second base if you can. Sneak it through that 3-4 hole over there into right field, but still works.
Got the job done. Men on the corners, 1 away, a 4-0 Y'alls lead in the bottom of the 5th. Pickoff attempt at first. Fuentes is back in diving. Scout Knotts, a first baseman, went into a staring contest with Ed Johnson after and looked him back to third. It's been a very fun day for the Massey family. Craig's son, Griffin, threw the first pitch to his dad, and I think it was a strike. 2-0. Swing and a pop fly foul over the third base stands.
Registered 103.4 on our Yacker Tech.
Yeah, but that's usually a few miles off, so we'll say 106 to be safe. Griffin is 3 years old. Prodigy in the making. Throws right-handed like his dad, so I'll bet he bats lefty, too.
Maybe.
2-1. Swing and a taping foul ball to the backstop.
Soon to be product of Massey Athletics.
That's true. Massey not the only dad on the team. Talked about TJ Reeves, who's waiting on deck. Also, manager Chad Rhodes has had his wife and baby boy up here with him for most of the season. 2-2. Swing and a fly ball over the third base stands again. Foul. Although, with the blistering heat out here and no air conditioning of any reputable kind in the clubhouse that is soon to be retired, as the Y'alls are moving into the new office building.
How about that?
This week.
Monday.
Coach Rhodes, although he hates being called coach, Chad's wife and son are headed off to family in Florida. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Massey tied up near the letters. Now there's 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th. Y'alls have yet to cross a runner over home in this frame. All of their 4 runs came around in the first. They lead 4-0. Runners on the corners for the team's leader in RBIs in TJ Reeves. He added his 25th with a game-tying home run on Friday night. The Y'alls ended up losing that game 3-2. Reeves' long ball to left went 410 feet, and that was the second run for the Y'alls.
One of the the second strikeout for Mulhern.
Forcing a lot of contact. Pitches from the stretch and misses low. Ed Johnson reached on a walk to lead off this inning. Stole second base. Brian Fuentes moved him over on a hit and run, and Fuentes was called safe at first on a close play. 1-0. Check swing, fastball down the middle. Doesn't matter. That's a strike. With runners in scoring position, TJ Reeves is really good, batting .278 with 18 RBIs. 1-1 count. Mulvern, a high leg kick deals. Swing and a rope up the middle through to center field. Here comes Johnson to score. Fuentes stops at second. And TJ Reeves, the team's RBI leader, has number 26. The Elves lead 5-0. The Dads are getting it done on their day. Here comes Zade Richardson. He celebrated his 24th birthday at the beginning of the season. Now he has to wait a moment as Lake Erie is bringing out the pitching coach to talk to Mulhern.
I just beamed one down there trying to get it to a little kid.
That's right. After every Y'all's run, there is a T-shirt toss from the press box. And Rory, you were a D3 pitcher for Emerson, so you've got plenty of experience throwing baseballs. How does it feel to trade it in for a T-shirt?
Oh, it's a lot different, I can tell you that. I don't think his dad was ready for it. His kid was trying to get a ball, and then I threw it to the dad thinking he would make the catch for his kid, and almost hit him in the back.
Jonathan Albaladejo is back in his dugout, the pitching coach. First pitch to Richardson. He swings and drives it deep to center field, tailing back towards the fence. Dixon at the wall. He reaches and makes the grab running into the wall. Richardson put that almost 395 feet to center, but Dixon, with enough room, crashing into the fence, robs him. The Y'alls still score one and lead 5-0 as we move on to the top of the sixth inning. Lake Erie has a heart of its order due up in Knotts, Dixon, and Washington, and it's still Randy Abshire, the kid, in his first pro game, hanging on to the hill for his sixth inning of work when we come back on the Florence Y'alls Baseball Network.